Hey guys, it's Scott with Scottie B Cards, and in this video I want to look at the top rookies in 2025 Top Series 1. 2025 Top Series 1, and that's exciting. That's exciting because we have a brand new product, brand new rookies, brand new design. It's a good looking product, and we're going to break down the top rookies in this set to target. When I'm saying target, this is solely based off of a small formula I do, which is 4 categories: age, prospect ranking, minor league stats, and major league stats. All 4 are important. You can't go off major league stats alone because some players only play a handful of games really bad or really well, and then they do better or worse as their career progresses. So we're including age and prospect ranking and minor league stats alongside the major league stats. To give you a rundown, here are numbers 17 through 11. We'll get into the top 10 in a moment, but you'll see age if they are 21, like Nacho Alvarez, great baseball name, they get 9 points. If they are 23, they get 7 points, like Rhys Hines. If they have a prospect ranking in the top 60, like Jace Young here, you'll get 4 points if you're a 60 prospect. If you're in the top 40s, you get 6 points, like Hurston Waldrep and so forth. On top of that, minor league stats and major league stats, 1 to 10, how well you played, pretty straightforward. Heavier emphasis on recent years in the minor leagues compared to earlier years in the minor leagues. Then we average that and have the score on the right. I'm going to tell you right now, this is a pretty top heavy class. Pretty top heavy class. There's 2 players, maybe 3 you could argue are very good. And then the rest are all kind of in the middle. And we'll discuss that. But at number 10, we have Spencer Schwellenbach. Great name. Look at Spencer Schwellenbach right here. He had a great year in Major League Baseball, which is why you're going to see he had an 8 for Major League stats, 8 for minor league stats. He was not a top ranked prospect, and he is 24 years old, which is how he got 6 points there. But if we look at his numbers, 2.7 WAR, 8 wins at a 3.35 ERA, very low whip. A 1.04 whip is fantastic. That's great. If we scroll down to his minor league stats here, he was this particular year, where is it? For 20, right here. He had a 1.8 ERA in only 8 games started before getting bumped to the big leagues. So Spencer Schwellenbach had a fantastic year. At number 9, we have Aurelvis Martinez for the Toronto Blue Jays, 22 years old, the top 80-ish prospect that we'll look at in a moment. Good minor league stats and about average major league stats. So here he is again. He was in the top 90s and 80s, you could say 89, almost 90. He had how many games at the big league level? 4. He had 4 games, which is why we have 4 categories here. I said he was average because how can you say 92 OPS plus, 0 WAR? It's hard to say anything more than a 5. Either way though, he is pretty good in AAA this year. He had 17 home runs as a 22-year-old with a 267 average and 869 OPS. So that's pretty dang solid. If we look at his minor league career numbers, you can see he's actually played a ton of games for a player who's had only 22 years old. 455 games, 110 home runs, 244 career batting average, and 834 OPS. Love to see that get higher for the batting average, but if that's not his game, that's not his game, and that's okay. After that, we have number 8. This is Drew Thorpe for the Chicago White Sox. Another pitcher. Pitchers are hard to really buy. Maybe I should add a 5th category, is like I give 1 extra point to hitters. But either way, Drew Thorpe, he was a top prospect heading into this year. Baseball Prospectus had him at number 45, Baseball America at 58, Major League Baseball at 85. He was 3-3 with a 5.48 ERA, which is why if we look at his numbers, basically league average. Maybe I was too nice there with the 5.48, but realistically with a 0.0 WAR, I could have given him maybe a 4 or so, but it wouldn't have bumped him off the list. But here's Drew Thorpe. His minor league stats are great. He's had 34 games started with a 2.17 ERA with a whip below 1. Can't really do much better than that. And if we look at his year this year in the minors in 2024, he pitched 11 games for a 1.35 ERA, a 7.1 for his win-loss record. So pretty solid for Drew Thorpe. At number 7, we have Brooks Lee. Brooks Lee for the Twins, solid ball player, has not translated to the big league level, but he's also a top prospect. He was number 35, 18, and 52. Minor league stats are pretty solid overall. Let's look at his numbers in 2024 for the minors right here. He had a 961 OPS with a 331 batting average. Not a ton of power, only 8 home runs this year across how many plate appearances? 156, that's not quite fair, but 35 games. Once he got to the big leagues, the power wasn't there with only 3 home runs, but it's hard to say that, he's never going to translate to power at 23. Either way, he is 23, top 30-ish prospect, good minor league stats, and below average major league stats so far. At number 6, we have Adel Amador for the Rockies. I love the Rockies, wearing a Royals hat today, but Rockies, you rock. Here he is. He was really hyped up heading into this season. Didn't quite perform to how they hoped. In the minor league stats this particular year, he wasn't great. 230 batting average with a 719 OPS. He did have 14 home runs and 52 292 RBI. And on top of that, if we go look at his career minor league stats, 273 average, the 819 heading into 2024. He had a big 2023 where he took that next step, which I got those higher prospect rankings, but he is 21 years old, a top 20s prospect. Minor league stats I put average, and major league stats I put they were bad. They weren't good. He had an 8 OPS plus. That's not good. It can go below 0, so it's not as low as it could possibly get. But either way, he did not quite translate yet, but again, that was only 10 games at the big league level. Adael Amador is one of my favorite prospects as a Rockies fan, but we'll see how it turns out. At number 5, we have Jacob Wilson for the Oakland Athletics, 22 years old. He is a top prospect. He's in the 70s or so. His minor league stats are very good. His major league stats have not quite translated yet, but again, that's a very common theme we're going to be seeing here. Let's go look at his minor league stats first. Here you can see his number 68, number 76 for Baseball America and Major League Baseball. And if we scroll down to AAA this year, AAA, AA, and Rookie Ball, he was amazing in 53 games. 433 batting average. Yes, in the 400s with a 1.142 OPS. I know some of the, not Oakland Athletics, who are they? The Sacramento Athletics, the Las Vegas Athletics, that their ballparks are very hitter friendly. Like Las Vegas is very hitter friendly. Either way, he still had 7 home runs, 39 RBI, and a 433 batting average. Let's say it's super hitter friendly. He only has a 330 batting average. That's still very good. But at the big league level, he had 0 home runs, 250 batting average with a negative .2 WAR and an 85 OPS plus. But again, that was only in 28 games. It's a decent sample size, getting a little bit bigger. What is that, like the 6th, the 7th of a major league season? Either way, he is number 5 solely essentially for the minor league stats and his age. After that, we have Rhett Lauder for the Cincinnati Reds. Rhett Lauder had a great pitching season. He went 2-2 with a 1.17 ERA, a 1.9 WAR, 1.2 WHIP. He does walk a lot of hitters. And if we go look at his minor league stats, they aren't as good. 3.64 career minor league ERA, and that is almost identical. Actually, that is identical to his ERA this year in 2024 in the minor leagues, which is way above average, the 6 for the minor leagues, but big league stats, fantastic. He is a top prospect, so it's not just like a random fluke. Scouts have been high on him. Number 60, number 34, number 49 for his minor league rankings. But Rhett Lauder has had a fantastic 2024. Hard to put a pitcher this high, but I don't know how I could have lowered him. Look at all the 5.5s and 6s tied. I ranked these essentially to my own opinion at this point because there's so many tied, and then he's kind of the next step up when it comes to numbering in this system. But at number 3, we have Kobe Mayo for the Baltimore Orioles. The Orioles just have tons of young guys, and you can see everything is good for Kobe Mayo except for his big league stats. Minor league stats, fantastic. Prospect ranking, top 20s. Age 22, that's great. But look at Kobe Mayo. You can see he had a negative 10 OPS plus, so worse than Amador's. A negative .7 WAR. He played 17 games. Maybe it's hard to get playing time because they're so loaded with prospect talent. But look at his minor league stats for this year. He had 293 with a 964 OPS and 25 home runs in only 93 games. Look at every single stop. He's been good. 283 batting average with a 921 OPS for his minor league career with 82 home runs. So Kobe Mayo, it's maybe his year next year, and because of that, he is here higher. Again, if we even said he was a 1 instead of a 2, he could be below Rhett Lauder, but I think where he's at is just fine. Then we have the 2 Nationals. We have Dylan Cruz. Dylan Cruz, everybody is high on Dylan Cruz. He is a consensus top 10 prospect in Major League Baseball. He wasn't bad this year. He wasn't great yet, but again, he is only, how old? 22. He had 8 points right here, which makes sense. 10 points for being a top 10 prospect. But if we look at Dylan Cruz, we can see his minor league stats aren't the best. There's a lot of potential here, right? He's a good defender. On top of that, he's a good offensive player, but that's going to develop. Scouts are very high on him, but we can see 13 home runs in 2024 in the minor leagues in 100 games with a 270 batting average and a 792 OPS. And then in the big leagues, he had a 219 batting average with a 641 OPS and 3 home runs with good defense. So that is Dylan Cruz. And at number 1, we have James Wood. Not really a surprise, very easily the best player to go after in this set. He probably will be chased for a majority of the year. There's a lot of players not in this rookie class that you might expect, but they'll probably be in Series 2. But either way, James Wood, 21 years old, top 10 prospect. Minor league stats are a 9, major league stats are an 8. So if you don't know who James Wood is, he had 1.1 WAR with a 122 OPS plus. He's 6'7" with 90th percentile sprint speed, 95 percentile sprint speed, or right around there, very fast. He's a top 10 prospect. Look at his minor league stats, 941 career OPS with a 302 batting average. He was traded over for Juan Soto in the Juan Soto deal from the Padres, and he has been fantastic for them. So, and he's going going to be fantastic for them. This young, making his major league debut. Overall, though, this year in the minor leagues, 353 batting average, a 1.058 OPS in 52 games with 10 home runs and 10 stolen bases. So he's a solid ball player. The Nationals look poised to be very good for the years to come, which is exciting. I always like that for not major market teams. But overall, that is my top 10 list. I even have extras down here. You have Nacho Alvarez. I wanted to include him with one of the best baseball names you'll ever see. But other than that, let me know in the comments down below who you're chasing, who I may have left off, who you might like outside of these 17 players, and I will see you in the next video.